Morak, Wembu, Morach, Chitamunda, Barak, Muk, Morak, Wembu, Morach, Chitamunda, Marak, Muk, Morak, Wembu, Morach, 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 Marak, Muk, Morak, Wembu, Marak, Muk, Morak, Wembu, Morach, Marak, Morak, Wembu, Boñada da comare, bopajane, bopajane. 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 Hey, 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 Boñada da comare, bopajane, bopajane. 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 Hey, 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 hey. I'd like to invite Annie Sharon to the stage to do the Welcome to Country.
Elders, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, students, and of course the children. Nagumbi Nayagan Anishaz. I am a local Dharawal elder. My heritage is Kamilaroi and Yuin. Yulunga, Yulunga, Yulunga. Welcome. As we all gather here today, let us pay respect to the land, the water, and the skies. We gather here today on Dharawal country at the University of Wollongong, a place that sits below Gira, Mount Kira, a site of high significance to our people. I'm so excited to be invited here today. I'm honoured as we gather on this place, a place of my ancestors, a place where they would have gathered, collecting the necessary water and food and resources for their survival, and handing down their knowledge of country to all the young ones. Graduates, just as my elders handed down their knowledge and wisdom to all the young ones for thousands and thousands of years, your parents, teachers and professors have handed down all their knowledge and wisdom to you all so that you may go forward and well educated and look after this country. Congratulations for making it. As an auntie, I want to let you, each and every one of you know how proud I am of you for all of your hard work. Yay, you've made it. It doesn't matter what you choose in your journey from here on out. You will play a vital part in the success of this country. And for that, I do thank each and every one of you. I pay respect to my elders that have passed, elders that gather here today, and all elders of country. I also acknowledge and pay respect to the children, for it will be the children that will be the future leaders and elders of this country. We gather here today on Yuin Nation, Dharawal country, land of the Dharawal people, the Wadi Wadi people and Alauri, and others that visit or have made this country their home. Dharawal land that extends from Greater Sydney in the north to Picton in the west, taking it right down to the Shoalhaven River. It takes in Moss Vale, Kangaroo Valley, and of course all of here in the Illawarra. Let me talk a little bit about our country, a country where we all can be proud and acknowledge and pay respect to its rich history. For this country belongs to all people. This country, if you have decided to live here and make this country your home, then the history of this country belongs to each and every one of you. My people guided the newcomers' European invasion and settlement down through the mountain, the Throsby Track, back in 1815. This country was then, and still is, rich in culture and history. Our people arrived in canoes at the mouth of Lake Illawarra, carrying with them the cabbage tree palm. It is this palm that we are named after, Dharawal country and Dharawal people. It is the sacred tree of our people. We identify as freshwater, bitter water and saltwater people, of course depending on where you occupied, whether it was over the mountain or down here on the coast. My people have travelled all over this country. Us coastal groups, well, we were keen fishermen and women. Some of our totems are the magpie, the amazing lyrebird, the pelican, the black duck, and munda, the red-bellied black. We have lived here and we've enjoyed the fruits of our land for thousands and thousands of years. Evidence of movements and occupation along the coast can be seen at our midden sites throughout the district. The land around us is rich in culture. Here in the Illawarra, we have 2 declared Aboriginal places, Sandon Point and Bellambi Point. But we have many other midden sites. We have Belmore Basin, Red Point, Hill 60, Windang Island and Bass Point, just to name a few. We have lived here and we have studied Mother Earth since the Alcharinga, the dream time. But as we gather here today, we must all remember the history of this country, the struggles, the pain and suffering, and the stolen generation. Let us all work together, supporting and caring for one another and making this country a great place to live and a great place to share. We have always looked after Mother Earth, and I want to thank each and every one of you here today for your nurturing and taking care of all our country. If our paths should cross again, I look forward to yarning up with you all and celebrating our journey and our country together. Live each season as it passes, breathe the air, drink the drink, taste the fruit, and know that Mother Earth will provide for us all. I say again to you graduates, as an auntie, I'm very proud of you for your hard work, for your education, and I know that you will make this country a success as you go through your journey. Thank you for listening to me. I wish you all a safe and happy journey. Enjoy your graduation day. Thank you. Wallawani.
Thank you, Auntie Shaz, for grounding us today at the beginning of our ceremony. Good morning, everyone. My name is Senior Professor Sue Bennett. I'm the Interim Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic and Student Life at the University of Wollongong. I'm thrilled to be your Master of Ceremonies for today's ceremony. I would like to acknowledge our Indigenous Strategy Unit and our local Aboriginal community. Their leadership has brought to life a vision for an inclusive, reconciled and united Australia through this graduation ceremony, where we recognise that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are the knowledge holders of country. As part of today's ceremony, we bring focus to the themes of the artwork Cultural Healing by artists Auntie Lorraine Brown and Auntie Narelle Thomas from the Kumaditchi United Aboriginal Corporation. You will see this artwork all around you, on your graduation booklets, as part of the stage design and in various other contexts. We hope to continue learning from and building a deeper understanding of this cultural wisdom. Thank you for joining us here today on this special occasion. Before we begin proceedings, I just ask that you turn your mobile phones to silent. The University is extremely proud of our graduates. We're immensely excited to celebrate your achievements today. We also congratulate family and friends who've supported graduates on their journey. Graduation Day is always a happy and poignant time, not only for graduates but also for the university. Seeing our students ready to set out into the world, celebrating their successes and their hard work and their accomplishments is a moment of immense pride for the entire academic community. As a cohort, you share in a unique student experience, which happened at an unprecedented time in our history. So much has changed in recent years, and like many industries, universities have had to undertake rapid innovation, particularly in teaching and learning. Today, I'd like to acknowledge your resilience, dedication, and commitment to your goals, and your ambitious aspirations to make our community and world a better place. Please join me in congratulating our graduates. Now, please stand for an instrumental version of the Australian National Anthem. Please be seated. It's my great pleasure now to introduce the Chancellor, the University's highest official, Michael Still, to give the congratulatory address.
Good morning, graduates, families, friends, and supporters all. Welcome to this your graduation ceremony. I'm Michael Still, I'm the Chancellor of the University of Wollongong, and as presiding officer, I'm very honoured to be here today with you. It is truly one of the highlights of my role to celebrate this wonderful milestone with the students and their families. And I begin by thanking Auntie Sharon for a wonderful and warm welcome to country, and by paying my respects to Aboriginal elders past and present, and acknowledge their continued spiritual and cultural connection to the lands on which the University of Wollongong campuses are located. Now, as I look out over this marvellous sea of gardens, I congratulate each and every one of you, our graduating students, for you are the very reason we do what we do. Graduation time is a very special occasion for all of us, the teaching and professional staff, for you, the families, for you, the supporters, but especially for you, the graduates. Many of you are first in family to graduate from university. Many have had to move away from their home to study. Others have overcome personal challenges to be able to finish your degrees. And for those of you who are budding philosophers, you might remember Aeschylus, who said, "He who learns must suffer." Whatever your story is today marks a tremendous achievement, therefore. This ceremony is the culmination of years of hard work, personal sacrifice, and great commitment. So I hope that you feel this great sense of pride and will take this moment to reflect on your achievements and on how far you've come. Of course, a time for celebration is important, and I hope you soak up every last minute of it. But I also want to emphasise that today is not a conclusion but a beginning, with endless possibilities that lie ahead. May each of you capture these feelings of pride, hope and anticipation for the future and take them with you as you leave this university. Graduation is also an opportunity to thank all those who made your achievements possible. Your family, your friends, your mentors, your supporters, and your teachers. This is a very special moment for them too. And I'm sure they are extremely proud of you and how far you have come. Today we acknowledge the important role they have played and invite them to share in your success. But as I like to do, I wonder if we could express our gratitude to them first. And I'd like to ask all of the graduates today just stand in their places, face their families and supporters, and give them a big round of applause. Thank you. So treasure today. As you travel through life, you will remember it fondly. As we celebrate your individual triumphs, let's also reflect on the collective strides we have made as an institution in fostering equity and access in higher education. The recent Universities Accord focuses on breaking down barriers and ensuring that education remains a beacon of hope for all. At the University of Wollongong, we're very proud to champion initiatives that expand access to learning for underrepresented groups. As our data shows, each year we have more students proudly identifying as Indigenous, not only beginning their studies, but graduating. And at UOW, our graduates are 1.5 times more likely to work in rural and regional areas than those from other medical schools. These are numbers that we can all be proud of. We are also looking forward to our 50th anniversary next year with great excitement. It will be an occasion when we are reminded that the global influence of UOW has developed a beacon of excellence with an international footprint that spans continents and cultures. Between our campuses along the shores of Wollongong and our growing presence abroad, in the United Arab Emirates, in Hong Kong, China, Malaysia and Singapore, and soon in Gift City in India, we have a community of over 35,000 students, 185,000 alumni from almost 200 countries. Our success as an institution is seen through our wonderful graduates, our people, and especially our valued partnerships locally, regionally and abroad. Together we are working to solve the big questions facing society as we strive for a better quality of life for future generations, wherever they are. And today, graduates, you are joining this vast community of UOW alumni. I hope you will cherish this family connection, and I hope it will bring lifelong enjoyment and value to you, whether through your further study or as a proud UOW ambassador. As much as possible, I encourage you to maintain this connection with the university and your fellow graduates. The relationship you have formed during your time here will be invaluable in years to come. The completion of your studies here places you amongst the most employable graduates in Australia, and indeed in the world. The success of our graduates is one of the many reasons our university enjoys such a strong reputation and is ranked amongst the top 1% of universities globally. Yet we aim higher every day. I hope you will forever feel proud to be a part of this, your university, with its outstanding reputation spanning the globe. The transformation you make today from student to graduate is a significant opportunity to establish your priorities, take stock and focus on your future, while also leveraging all you have learned, both academically and about life, during your time at UOW. As you embark on the next chapter of your journey, may you carry forth the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and the dreams ignited during your time here. Remember, you are not just graduates. You are future leaders, innovators, change makers, poised to leave your mark on the world. It has been our great pleasure and privilege to have witnessed and played our role in your growth. The world awaits you, and I have every confidence that you will rise to meet its challenges with courage, compassion, and curiosity. I also encourage you to set your sights high. Dream lofty goals. Be courageous. Do nothing that is half-hearted. Lukewarm is not good enough. Life is too precious. Because when you find your purpose, you'll find your place. I also urge you to fight narrowness wherever you find it. And we find it in many places in our world today. It is up to you to lead the future of our world. And I know that you will do a wonderful job. Again, my best wishes and congratulations to each one of you. May you have a very happy and memorable graduation day. And especially thank you for making us proud.
Thank you, Chancellor. It's now my great pleasure to commence the presentation of the graduates. I would now like to introduce the Acting Executive Dean, Professor Peter Kelly, to present the graduates to the Chancellor for the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities.
Thank you, Senior Professor Bennett. It is my great pleasure to be here celebrating with our graduates today. We are very proud of what you've all achieved, and I wish to convey my personal congratulations to all of you. Will the graduates who are to be presented with undergraduate and postgraduate awards from the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities please stand? Chancellor, I present to you the graduates to receive awards from the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confirm your admission to the awards for which you have qualified.
graduates, please be seated.
Wasan Rahim Jasim Al-Zuhairi. Giselle Fatal. Tiana Harb. Chloe Lloyd Glass. Sandra Munahi. Emily Patarakis. Brooke Pittman. Andrew Riley. Adriana Monique Robbins. Charlie Jean Rogers. Hong Ni Tai. Jack Oscar Werkel Hines. Sarah Woolley. Bianca Gonsalves. Sarah Ann McFarn. Hannah Fordette Bryant. Lily Fisher. Amy Gavea. Andressa Hens Ribeiro da Rosa. Daniela Emily Manfrey. Gian Taylor. Edwina Rana Howard. Anna Sotrifa. Jessie Lara Abbott. Kyle Benjamin Abbott. James Berry. Nahuan Sharara. Daniel Canzolo. Caitlin Emily Dixon. Holly Jade Ebb. Mia Jade Enright Bullock. Emma Claire Foster. Olivia Rose Fraser. Jack Harris. Dean Invernon. Sarah Cool. Xavier Mamo. Cameron Eric McAvoy. Lara McGee. Julia Moore. Emily Louise Parrish. Connor Jack Peterson. Layla Maeve Rood. Ethan Nicol Sharp. Alexander Michael Steedman. John Terry. Kayla Andronikos. Jordan Brenton Fowler. Nellie Mary Gray. Rebecca Leah Hayhorn. Demi Rose Stewart. Tegan Renee Waples. Sarah Jean Wild. Molly Good. Philippa Davis. Zachariah Gunner. Ngok Tien Ngan Nguyen. Zoe Silato. Caitlin Elizabeth Webb. Claire Elizabeth Dunning. Michelle Friedrich. Lachlan Peter Green. Anthony David Bartolo. Thomas Donald Ebeja. Keely Johanna Lennon. Joshua Daniel Tor. Jade Abbey. Emily A. Church. Mackenzie Jean Allen. Bethany Alwert. Kelsey Liam Bax. Margaret Rose Bell. Lara Beltrami. Ashley Taylor Bennett. Jenna Renee Bennett. Perry Beringer. Edvina Bedayani. Gabrielle Brown. Luke Gary Brown. Jed Timothy Buckley. Bonnie Butler. Jacob Biles. Marnie Cadona. Elizabeth Maureen Kane. Nicola Jean Carr. Hannah Cook. Alec John Cottrell. Thomas David. Olivia Rachel Deans. Haley Faust. Abby Franklin. Simon Gedge. Jordan May Glavinich. Alicia Gonzalo. Olivia Grabowski. Carly Jane Graham. Tamsin Monique Hales. Sarah Hanlon. Tabitha Mia Haswell. Zoe Hatchell. Nathaniel Mark Hawken. Mia Hawkes. Shannon Natalie Hoffman. Samantha Eind. Kyle Jarrett. Ashley Ann Johnson. Kai Johnson. Hannah Grace Jolliffe. Brinley Evelyn Jones. Cooper Richard Jones. Mia Eva Canty. Caitlin Rose Krieger. Chloe Lane. Abby Lauxman. Monique Ray Lawler. Tasha Jamila Leeson. Zara Leda. Annika Loder. Georgia Luckman. Jacinta Jana Markowski. Matthew Joel Marks. Natalie Martin. Isabella Rose Mason. Karina Matthews. Ashley Tully McAlpine. Oscar Earl McCubbin. Lauren McGreal. Luca Miagrossi Sarno. Ella Mooney. Sarah Morthen. Sophie Francis Mott. Stephanie Nelstein. Jessica Christine Nels. Monique Newton. Caitlin Elizabeth Norris. Kiana Rose O'Hara. Dana Nicole O'Loughlin. Laura Patricia O'Neill. Kyra Rochelle Parkinson Scott. Carly Parmaxidis. Olivia Norma Jean Peters. Damon Picciolini. Melanie Jane Pillar. Rose Plunkett. Talisha Portelli. Lalita Tara Protsenko. Alicia Papancheski. Janaea Irene Quirk. Katie Richards. Jocelyn Robinson. Tyron Robeck. Emerson Rose. Sian Rowcliffe. Nicholas Rumble. Charlotte Faith Ryan. Bria Sainsbury Mantle. Rachel Elizabeth Scarr. Leah Brianna Schaefer. Tegan Schmidt. Amelia Schubert. Sarah Scott. Rachel Skeets. Gemma Smith. Morgan Rose Smith. Liam John Sweeney. Alana Morgan Tabor. Dylan Paul Thompson. Ruby Lotus Thompson. Macy Thorne. William Tyndall. Cooper Jack Tomlin. Luke Toohey. Kristen Judith Tuivy. Caitlin Van Woudenberg. Madeline Wade. Thomas John Hugh Walker. Stephanie Michelle Walk. Zoe Peter Williams. Chloe Wood. Shannon Kate Wood. Georgia Elise Baldwin. Gabriella Sophie Bausfield. Eliza Alexandra Boma. Elise Catherine Broist. Jessie Brown. Caitlin Clancy. Jessica Clarkson. Lily Dominique Conley. Erin Curtis. Alyssa Silvia Di Francesco. Adrian Dell. Lily Beth Dell. Jasmine Melody Drury. Catherine Rosanna Egan. Sophie May Elborn. Anna Folds. Brooke April Green. Emily Rachel Haynes. Samantha Ann Hambrook. Isabella Kristevsky. Emily Landman. Charlotte Lee. Kelsey Mason. Molly McDonald. Crystal Lynette Mindel. Erin Miskell. Christopher David Muscat. Joshua Natoli. Chelsea Nadine Leslie Noblet. Lauren Emily Owens. Sarah Brooke Penny. Piper Marie Rye. Georgia Lucy Sainsbury. Leela Pearlie Scott. Alicia Christina Spinola. Jessica Yallop. Elizabeth Marie Baranquero. Megan Ann Beecher. Taryn Jade Boyle. Caitlin Crawshaw. Madison Ann Daly. Alexandria D'Able. Claire Elizabeth Evans. Mia Fraser. Amy Claire Lancashire. Casey Morales. Christina Nikolopoulos. Rachel Reed. Rebecca Risteska. Caitlin Rachel Sent. Safin Mohammed Mahmoud Ibrahim Abu Khamer. Ahmed Al-Tai. Jasmine Astul. Sophie Jean Grace Blackmore. Isabella Joy Bortolazzo. Hannah Eliza Bradley. Caitlin Rose Bugg. Madeline Grace Carter. Bree L. Kavanagh. Harrison Campbell Cox. Alyssa Demchevsky. Madeline Rose Dunn. Isabella Sadie El Sabah. Emily Ann Exner. Zachary James Fallas. Andrea Finlayson. Caitlin Gaynor. Amy Henry. Angelique Hernando. Brittany Hosking. Rebecca Langfield. Isabel Madden. Angelique Malafu. Daniel Carl Mora. Maria Alejandro Ortega Avendano. Tumaya Dior Patin. Alia Lauren Picker. Rebecca Kate Robertson. Sophie Jane Ryan. Jacinta Grace Smith. Griffin William Sowden. Olivia Steed. Logan Michael Storm. Jason Tanaka. Nicola Alicia Travers. Luke Volsig. Nicolaus Plowton Zagoras. Sophie Jose Dargent. Chloe Flanagan. Harrison William Fleming. Luke Christopher Baller. Madison Gurevska. Aksa Sharif. Elena Sakales. Madison Heisler. Nicola Miranda. Alicia K. Reed. Christopher Walsh. Talia Huggins. James Lay. Connor Douglas Brown. Lucy Cleal. Liam George. Lara Conwell. Cara Ashley Horsfield. Kiara Verone Meredith. Madison Milbra. Chloe Zaneros. Nash Jet Kum. Bridget O'Neill. Alexandra Sturgeonakis. Caitlin Adia Campbell. Kate Quinnell. Ashley Wilson. Caitlin Molly Hearn. Kyle John Smith. Tamara Weston. Lachlan Daniel Clifton. Angela Bridget Dubois. Imogen Fox. Benjamin Mark Rogers Healy. Caitlin Elaine Mayringa. Chloe Jade Marishka. Michael Benjamin McFadden. Julia Mesore. Jessica Ashley Millwood. Xia Xing Tricia Ong. Brianna Cody Peterson John. Jamie Taylor Pope. Brianna Nicole Smith. Georgia Claire Stanton. Din Tinjak. Chloe Wallace. Emma Jane Adams. Rachel Catherine Aquilina. Georgia Ella Beek. Sophie Bloor. Jessie Jade Boardman. Georgia Ann Braden. Eliza Lily Bruin. Molly Bell Cooper. Amy Crow. Madison Kate Dean. Tinea Te Huiarua Eve Dews. Mia Elise Fernandez. Sarah Claire Hamden. Samantha Jackson. Zoe Mae Mott. Megan Charlotte Mulcahy. Lauren Mushashwar. Laura Palomara. Nicholas Paulenko. Ella Pearson. Ava Paris Riddell. Sophie Southwell. Fiona Marasigan Villare. Ava Wilson. Christy Withnell. Brooklyn Rose Wright. Phoebe Eldridge Smith. Jonathan Patrick Hansen. Josie Frances Hurley. Jasmine Amy Pike. Jeffrey Bruce Weir.
Chancellor, I take great pleasure in presenting the recipient of the University Medal in the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities for 2023. The University Medal is for outstanding performance and is awarded to the highest achieving student as determined by their academic performance across the entire undergraduate degree. For the University Medal in the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities for the Bachelor of Psychology Honours in 2023 is Katerina Marchenko. Chancellor, sadly, Kimberly Livingston, a lecturer in the School of Nursing and a candidate for a doctoral award in the School of Education, passed away before she could receive her degree. Her research focused on fostering positive clinical learning experiences for nursing students and their workplace nurse supervisors. Kimberly, a proud mother, wife, qualified nurse and author, was also a thankful organ recipient and an advocate for organ donation. She was a well-respected nurse educator who had a passion for ensuring quality education for all of our nursing students. Kimberly's shining light will be missed by all of her family, friends, students and colleagues, many who are with us here today. I invite her husband Ben and her daughter Grace to come forward to accept this award.
And in the name of the Council, and in my authority as Chancellor, I confirm Kimberly's admission to the doctoral award, and on behalf of the entire university, our most sincere condolences to you both and to all your family. Now here is the certificate, Doctor of Philosophy, and I'm going to present you with your mother's bonnet. That is a representation of the greatest bravery and courage and always thinking of others. You take it with you.
We will be continuing with the presentations of awards shortly. I'd now like to introduce our musical item for today. It's my pleasure to introduce Sandon Groves. Sandon is currently studying his honours in psychology here at UOW. He's a keen local musician who's been performing at weddings, venues and events for the last 5 years. Please join with me in welcoming Sandon, who is going to perform Believe.
No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. It takes time to believe it. And after all is said and done, you're gonna be the lonely one. No, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. What am I supposed to do? Just sit around and wait for you, and I can't do that. Oh, there's no turning back. I need time to move on. I need your love to feel strong. And after all is said and done, you're gonna be the lonely one. No, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. I don't need you anymore. 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 Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now. Do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me say, I really don't think you're strong enough now.
Thank you.
We will now present the postgraduate awards for the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities.
Michelle Christina Bates. Manvi Gandhi. Jasveer Kaur. Justine Mitchell. Jane Lee Tao. Biljana Ruzik. Ridma Hasanti Tiranagama. Erin Catherine Kennedy Wilcox. Dana Bruinius. Jill Louise Clayton. Adam Clements. Catherine Leah Cohen. Michaela Lee Cox. Kylie Ann Davidson. Darren James Hamilton. Nicole Margaret Hazelwood. Stephen James Hook. Aksa Humayun. Natalie Mansour. Moira Claire McNair. Mayumi Onishi. Alec Willem Estuzian. Eloise Johnson Palmer. Richard Michael Parry. Duncan Robert Peard. Adrian Ruck. Lawrence Vernon Rowe. L. Renee Smith. Julia Maria Bakovic. Gabrielle Hernan. Jacqueline Carol Middleton. Francoise Louise Perdue. Sheridan Lee Riley. Rosselle Marie Reyes Davids. Wing Yin Tsui. Senior Clement. Arul Prabhaharan Gaspar. Brenda Nasubo Wafula. Rhiannon Marie Wheatstone. Vanessa Stephanie Galea. Jonathan Mark Gueri Gutenberg. Daniel Januzzi. Amy Keenan. Bethany Lynn White. Hannah Grace Gardner. Ashley Natasha Gregson. Alana Joy Hawke. Michael Edward Joseph Kasparian. Jessica Margaret Lovelock. Clara Raimondi. Nina Rose Smith. Vanessa Tedesco. Kylie Daphne Weber. Abby Orchard. Hiba Badar. Georgia Jean Baker. Georgia K. Bovingdon. Caitlin Maisie Hamilton. Sarah Arianats Imani. Jennifer Sue Lee. Mackenzie Sternbeck Rutter. Brianna Taylor. Annalise Tenhave. Megan Wood. Acacia Rose Braithwaite. Amanda Linda Craig. Renee Antonia Lynette Dean. Hannah Dixon. Paris Mackenzie Doherty. Hannah Wagner Kostowski. Isabella Rachel Cudor. Kieran Patrick Lester. Mirella Longo. Kate McAwam. Lawrence Allen Muse. Melissa Sekulovsky. Emerson Rose Scarpona. Robert Francis James Wilson. Lavina Elizabeth Wolfe. Haley Louise Belcher. Virginia Rose Hodgkinson. Thomas Raymond Johnson. Katrina Louise Story. Gina Umorin. Jack Alexander Aish. Jessica Nicole Bennett. Inderpreet Kaur. Michael McClelland. Madison Louise McFarland. Matilda Annette Morris Robinson. Finney Thomas. Lily Alice Warren. Madeline Elizabeth Woolard. Jonathan Mark Bartley. Christopher Martin Bykert. Trong Dao. Isabella Jovanovski. John David Kennedy. Jamie Nomoski. Angela Maria Stowe.
Chancellor, I present to you from the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities for the Bachelor of Health and Physical Education, Anthony Perini. It is now with great pleasure that I announce our doctoral award recipients today. Will the graduates who are to be presented with doctoral awards from the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities please stand? Chancellor, I present to you the doctoral graduates from the Faculty of the Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities who, by reason of their thesis and other work at the university, have met the requirements for admission to doctoral degrees.
And in the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I confirm your admission to the doctoral degrees which you're awarded.
Chancellor, I present to you for their doctoral degrees, for their exploration of digital multimodal composition in English for architects and civil engineers programs, Dr. Anne Frances Yanesh Helvig. for their study into enhancing behavioural parenting interventions with mindfulness and imagery to improve outcomes for all families, Dr. Mark O'Sheen Donovan. For their study into the role of physical health and health-related behaviour in the treatment of substance use disorders, Dr. Bryony Ann Osborne. For their exploration of the implications of parent mental health and well-being for parent-child relationships with a special population focus on military families, Dr. Alexandra Nina Rizzi. For her study of parent-child emotion reminiscing and family mental health, Dr. Sophie Rose Russell.
I would now like to introduce the Vice-Chancellor, one of the university's highest officials, Professor Patricia Davidson, to present our honorary award recipient to the Chancellor.
Thank you, Senior Professor Bennett. I will now present the candidate for the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa. Will Louise Savage please move forward? Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present Louise Savage for the conferral for the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa in recognition of her exceptional, outstanding achievements and contributions to the world of sports and disability advocacy. As one of Australia's most renowned Paralympic athletes, Louise has left a lasting mark on the world of wheelchair racing. Participating in her first World Paralympics Athletes Championship at just 16, Louise is recognised not just for an extraordinarily successful career as a wheelchair racer, but for her pioneering efforts in raising the profile and perception of Paralympic athletes and in sport in Australia and all around the world. For more than a decade, Louise's career saw her claim multiple medals at Paralympic Games, World Para-Athletics Championships, IAAF World Athletics Championships, Olympic and Commonwealth Games. She recorded victories in some of the world's most prestigious road races, including the Los Angeles, Boston, and Berlin marathons. Louise has held world records across all distances from the 100 metres to the 5,000 metres throughout her career. Beyond her athletic prowess, Louise has been patron of Wheelchair Sports New South Wales ACT for more than 20 years and an ambassador of the Rainbow Club. She has also established the Aspire to be a Champion Foundation to support athletes with disabilities. Louise is committed to supporting grassroots organisations and know firsthand that these provide the catalyst for such great things for members of our community who have a disability. Louise has used her public profile to raise awareness about disability issues, encouraging society to focus on the abilities of individuals. After retiring from competition, Louise embarked on her journey in coaching. She is now a well-respected national with the New South Wales Institute of Sport. Her athletes having achieved Paralympic gold, world records, World Championship gold, and Commonwealth Games gold medals. Louise's extraordinary achievements have been rightly recognised with many prestigious awards, including the first athlete with a disability to be inducted into the Sport Australia Hall of Fame, and then elevated to legend status. She has been awarded the Order of Australia Medal, was the inaugural athlete inducted into the Australian Paralympic Committee Hall of Fame, inducted into the International Paralympic Committee Hall of Fame, and she is the recipient of the Laureus World Sportsperson of the Year with a Disability Award, and that's just a few. Chancellor, in recognition of her exceptional achievements in sport, her unwavering commitment to disability advocacy, and her tireless efforts to inspire and empower individuals with disabilities, it is with my greatest pleasure and privilege that I present to you Louise Savage, OAM, to be admitted as a Doctor of Letters honoris causa.
Louise, in the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Letters honoris causa of the University of Wollongong.
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Louise Savage to give the occasional address today. Please join me in welcoming Louise.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the University, graduates, distinguished guests, thank you so much for having me today. Firstly, I'd really like to congratulate all that have graduated today, congratulate you all. I can't imagine how hard it's been and how much you've worked to finally get to this day. It's phenomenal, and yeah, my hat goes off to you if I was allowed to take it off, I'm sure. I'm extremely honoured to receive this honorary doctorate. To be honest, I'm so far out of my comfort zone, it's not funny. I think I would feel more at ease competing in front of 100,000 people at the Sydney Games. I know that was a long time ago for some people, but yeah, that's where I feel most comfortable. I've had a very long and successful career in sport, from being an athlete representing this country at the highest level to now coaching the future of my sport. To be part of someone else's journey and to help them achieve is so rewarding and fulfilling. I often think it's sometimes hard to find your passion and place in this world. We are all so different, but when you find your tribe, you will know. I now know I have found my place, and I know where I belong and feel safe. It's taken some time, but don't ever give up. My inspiration for coaching comes from many places, but one I would like to share with you is about a now young man called Cormac. Cormac, like me, was born with his disability. When he was about 5, his mother, Rosie, wanted him to be involved in sport and be active, just like any other mother. She wanted role models for him, and more importantly, to feel like he belonged. She eventually sent messages out via social media, and one very important response came back from none other than Kurt Fernley. Rosie could not believe her luck. This was the start of Cormac being involved in sport and having a role model and being involved in my sport, wheelchair racing. I'm just a tad biased on that front. Cormac regularly attends Saturday morning sessions with me, and I help coach and support him along his journey. He's now 17 and wrote me the most amazing Christmas card last year, congratulating me and thanking me for all I do for him and our motley crew on a Saturday morning. I could not be more proud of him and how far he's come in his sport and as a person. He repays this tenfold now with new people that attend our Saturday mornings. Cormac has found his tribe and knows he belongs. I love being part of my community. While we can't all donate in the monetary way, volunteering your time and expertise is invaluable. Not only are you contributing, but it is often the small things that make the biggest difference. We learn from others, and a smile goes a long way in some people's day. I would like to thank my friends and family, some of who are here today. My family is not always blood related, but then whose is? They are the people that understand you, who are there for you through thick and thin, and who you laugh and cry with. Only ever a call away, no matter where you are in the world. My mother, Rita, is here today. She came all the way from Perth. And she has probably been the most influential person in my life. I grew up in Western Australia and am eternally grateful to her and all the decisions she made for me as a child. Always encouraging me, and through my own stubbornness, I never really accepted that I could not do anything, despite being told by most people what my limitations were. I like to think I pushed those boundaries and made a difference for those who came after me. My advice to anyone is to take all the opportunities that come your way, ask questions, listen, and contribute, and continue to learn. Be open to accept all those around you and the differences we have. Be yourself and find your tribe. Life is for living. Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Louise. That was truly inspirational. I'd like now to call on Molly Cooper to give the vote of thanks. Molly is graduating today with a Bachelor of Psychology honours. During her time at UOW, she has volunteered with the Learning Labs program and worked as a peer-assisted learning leader. Molly was awarded the Dean's Merit Award in 2020 and 2021 and was the recipient of the APS Prize for Academic Excellence. Molly was also given the opportunity to travel to Singapore with the University for Professional Development. Please welcome Molly.
Chancellor, members of the University, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, family and friends. It is my privilege to stand in front of you all today and deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the 2023 graduates of the Faculty of Arts, Social Sciences and Humanities. I want to first begin by thanking our guest speaker, Louise Thorvidge. Your message of dedication and perseverance was incredibly inspiring and will not go unrecognised as we journey further into the world. I'm training to be a psychologist, and there's a popular quote by the famous psychologist Carl Jung, which states, "The privilege of life is to become who you truly are." As we step into these next chapters of our lives, I hope these are words we can all reflect upon. These past few years have been an incredible journey, a journey of growth, self-development, and transformation, a journey of tears, sleepless nights, and way too much caffeine, but a journey nonetheless. We have faced tremendous obstacles, most evidently our own self-doubt, and we have emerged with resilience. A journey of discovery in who we want to be in the world and what mark we want to make, what future we wish to create and what world we want to live in. And I believe that within this, we are finding what Carl Jung would label as the privilege of a lifetime. However, not to slightly disagree with a famous psychologist, but I think there are a couple additional privileges to be reflected upon today. The privilege of education and knowledge to explore our passions and cultivate our interests in a warm and supportive environment such as the University of Wollongong. And of course, let us not forget the privilege of COVID and open book exams. Definitely not the privilege of parking, because that was pure mayhem, but the privilege of cheap sushi and Zambrero's burritos. Finally, and evidently most important, the privilege of friends and family who supported us along the way, the messages of advice and encouragement from peers and staff, and the reassuring comments from parents of just wait until you have to work 9 to 5 every day. To all of you here today, oops, it's a bit windy. To all of you here today, our teachers, staff, parents, partners, friends, family, and fellow peers, it has been a privilege to have you along this journey, and for your support, we are incredibly grateful. Could the graduates please stand and turn to their friends and families and give them a warm round of applause for all of their support on our journey. And while I have you standing, of course, what else is there left to say but congratulations. We finally made it, and I'm so incredibly excited to see what we create in the future we achieve. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. Wise words indeed. Graduates, families, friends and colleagues, we're coming to the close of our ceremony today. We now wish to share with you our graduation video. We hope this video will encourage you to reflect on the infinite moments that have led to where you're sitting today.
Everything we've done has led towards today. But graduation seems singular. After all, it's one day, one degree, one end and one beginning. Think about it this way though. If we divide today by 4 years,
or 5 years,
Or 3 years.
Or 8 years.
the equation becomes clearer. Because today isn't just an event or a graduation or a moment of change. It's what we've created through 24 subjects.
11 all-nighters.
357 books read.
54 5,000-word essays.
40 monologues critiqued.
154 films watched.
And 4 films made. Let's be real though. Our experience is way bigger than just the classroom. You've got to factor in
665 hypotheses.
6 heated dramas,
2 semesters abroad. 5 new cultures experienced.
12 concerts attended.
843 waves ridden.
169 hours lounging around.
17 dance parties.
2 major heartbreaks.
And more lifelong friendships than we can count.
When we take those experiences, the long days, late nights and early mornings into the equation, we realise that graduation at the University of Wollongong isn't just some singular thing.
That it's a transition from finding our purpose
to changing our world with the purpose we found. That our passport to the future has been stamped.
With the mark of a globally respected education.
And most importantly, we realise the moments that led up to this are
a tapestry,
a symphony,
an equation,
a 65,000-year-old history.
We realise that though today is a single moment, graduation is much bigger than any one day. Because like an algorithm made up of bits of code.
Or a building built from many bricks.
Or a community built from many different people. Today is the result of our
Experiments.
Experiences.
Tests.
Trials.
And victories.
So that's what we celebrate today. Not the cap, not the gown, but the infinite number of moments we shared at the University of Wollongong.
Our last duty is to close our session today. Our Vice-Chancellor had the idea that while it's perfectly correct for students, graduates, to thank their families, that they were such good students that we should open up desks outside for their enrolment in further study. But then she thought better of that. She thought the families had done enough. However, it is time to swap roles, and I wonder, would the students this time, graduates, stay seated while the rest of us, the families and supporters, stand in our places and give our graduates a hearty round of applause. Thank you, everyone. See, graduates, you are appreciated after all. I'd also like to warmly thank the students and staff who gave their time today to assist with this celebration. We're, of course, incredibly proud to celebrate our graduates here today, and we would like to continue that. We'd like to invite all of you to join us in the marquee outside for some refreshments and to continue our celebrations. Our mace bearer will lead the academic procession out of the building, followed by the graduates and then the VIPs. Guests, please be patient, remain in your seats. Ushers will be giving instruction as to exiting the venue. Please take direction from them as we'll be leaving row by row. Congratulations once again to our graduates. I now declare this ceremony closed.